Hi, Zeus here. Today we're going to take the new Stunner Prototroop for a spin and see, is it any good? So you may recall when we were doing the Impossible Base Challenge with CosmicDuo, he said in his video that he wasn't sure that we'd be able to complete the Impossible Base with regular Cryoneers because we had used Cryoneers. Let's listen to what he said.
I just don't see how you're able to take out this base using this troop combination. These are the Cryoneers he's bringing. So they're not normal Cryoneers, they're the Cryoneers, which I think does make a difference. I don't know what this attack would look like if he didn't have the Cryoneers, if this combination would even be possible.
So I thought, let's have some fun and let's use the same Impossible Base and first try to beat it with regular Cryoneers and then try to beat it with the new Prototroop, the Stunners. Do Stunners do better or worse than the Cryoneers in beating the base? Okay, well here is the Impossible Base, and this is our very first try at beating the Impossible Base with Scorchers and Cryoneers and Bombardiers. And if you recall, in the Impossible Base Challenge, we beat this base with Scorchers, Cryoneers, and Cryoneers rather, and Bombardiers. So here we're doing it with Cryoneers to show what Cryoneers can do against the Impossible Base. And when we're done with this attack, we're going to show you how Stunners do against the same base. Now again, the key to beating this base is you land your Scorchers first, and you have to wait on a delayed basis for the mortars to lock into your Scorchers before you land your Bombardiers. Otherwise, you're going to lose a lot of Bombardiers and you're not going to clear the base. And as your Scorchers die, despite the fact that you're shocking and using Cryo Freeze on the base defenses, you're using Dr. Gavan to respawn additional troops. Now, this is a problem. We've lost our Gavan. This is also unboosted, so unlike in the Impossible Base Challenge with CosmicDuo, we didn't first have the opportunity to BART out all of the shock launchers and rocket launchers. So it's going to be harder to beat this base, but you know, it's going along pretty well here actually. I mean, we're close. I mean, if our Scorchers can just survive a little bit longer until we get rid of those boom cannons on one side, you know, we'll beat this base. We also have to get rid of the shock launchers and rocket launcher on one side at least, and then you know, if we can't beat the whole base, at least we can beat the base by flaring one side and beating the base. So I'm going to choose to go left here. And I just have to take out that one. There we go. Okay, now this base is beaten, and we just have to let our Bombardiers do their magic and not get entangled with the three boom cannons or the shock launcher on the right. So obviously it is possible to beat the Impossible Base with regular Cryoneers, Scorchers, and Bombardiers. All right. Okay, so we know now that Cryoneers can beat this Impossible Base. So what about Stunners? So let's load up some Stunners and you know, see how they do when we use the same troop combination but Stunners to attack the Impossible Base. Okay, so here we go. All right, so again, with all those mortars in front, we got to land our Scorchers first to attract the mortars, so the mortars key in on the Scorchers. And then we land our Bombardiers and the Stunners. So we're going to BART out the large collection of shock mines there in the middle right, because we don't want our Scorchers to land on those. And you know, it's going pretty well. You know, I can't say I see any real material difference yet. You know, we're losing some Scorchers, but you know, we're using second wind to get them back. You know, I've got the same issue here with all those rocket launchers, you know, pounding down because we don't have the extra energy to BART them down. You know, we're losing the Scorchers pretty fast. We do have the energy, though, to shock the boom cannons, so that's helping out a lot. All right, let's see, we're down. It looks very similar to how the Cryoneers were. You know, we've got a few boom cannons on the right and the left. And, all right, we're going to have to flare to the left here to get away from the 3 shock launchers and 2 boom cannons on the right. And so we've beaten this base, so we just have to take down that 1 shock launcher on the left. And it's going pretty well. Fortunately, we lost all of our stunners along the way, so it's just down to bombardiers at this point. You know, but the stunners did their job. Very similar result to what we got out of the Cryoneers. So what's my verdict on the stunners? Well, they're very similar in result to the Cryoneers. You know, why aren't they better? Well, the interval between shots that they take is 12.8 seconds, which is a lot. Now, that's essentially the same as a max level shock launcher, which triggers every 3.2 seconds, and we have 4 stunners, so 3.2 seconds times 4, 12.8 seconds. Anyway, I think they could be better if they were buffed by having a shorter interval between shots. But as they are, you know, they're essentially functionally equivalent to Cryoneers. Okay, well, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please give this video a like, and if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to the channel, and take a look at all the other content that we've got on our channel. There's a lot of Boom Beach content about operations, main base, warships, you name it. So a lot of great stuff there. All right, thanks again, as always, to Hercules for help with the video editing.